These offers on classic Nigunim. If you call up BSD Productions 347-370-9083 and say that you heard about these offers on
This is the
classic.
Kishoni Hour on jrootradio.com. Enjoy. Listen to it every Thursday night from 7 to 8. Entertainment, exciting, and fun on this show. Your host now,
I'm back.
Moishi.
This is the Kishoni Hour on JU Radio. Fun, entertaining, exciting. So stay tuned to the Kishoni Hour.
And welcome to Story Time. מתגבר, אולי הזמן עכשיו לעוף על החיים, לרוץ הכי רחוק, לגעת בשמיים, להביט ישר אל קו האופק הזוהר ממש עכשיו. The time is now, so what are you waiting for now? You know what to do, the time is now, so don't wait another minute, just go ahead and do it right now. The time is now, so what are you waiting for now? You know what to do, the time is now, so don't wait another minute, just go ahead and do it right now. The time is now. מה אומר לי הנר שבוער בי כל כך עמוק? מה הוא אומר? מה מסמן לי סתיו שמציץ מהחלום? מתקרב, אולי הזמן עכשיו לעוף על החיים, לרוץ הכי רחוק, לגעת בשמיים, להביט ישר אל קו האופק הזוהר ממש עכשיו. The time is now, so what are you waiting for now? You know what to do, the time is now, so don't wait another minute, just go ahead and do it right now.
All right, live from J Root Radio Studios in New York. This is Moishi Griffel on the Kishorny Hour. I'm right here, and yes, for those who see me on Facebook, on the video right there and right there. Um, anyways, this is Moishi Griffel, and I'm here with Nisim on J Root Radio. You know our motto: no talent rejected, no child refused. To participate, call 718-683-5858 or text in 347-927-8398. We want to know this week what you want to know. What are you dressing up like? I know somebody's going to be a beekeeper. Yeah, that's me. It's Barra. I knew that's going to be you. And I know somebody's going to be a bear. Yeah, that's me. Beryl, you can't be two things at once. Anyways, we asked a question last week. What was the question? Oh, Schmelky's not here, so you have to interrupt every time, Beryl. Yeah. Oh, that's... I wasn't expecting you to answer every question. Okay. Anyways, here's the question. What was written on the stones on the shoulders of the ephod? The Kohen Gadol had two stones on the ephod that were on the shoulders, and we want to know what was there. And the answer is the name of the Shvatim. Well, this week's Parsha question. One, does the Torah allow bringing a bread carbon? Then the question is, when does the Torah allow bringing a bread carbon? The answer will be in the next show. And if you know the answer, you can text it in 347-927-3279. And you can text in, of course, your Mazel Tovs here or right here at 347-927-8398 or at my number. I wanted to ask everybody if you are ready for Purim. Well, if you are ready for Purim, so am I, because as you can see, I am wearing my Purim tie and I'm all ready for Purim, and I'm waiting for you kids to call up. And as soon as you call, we'll take your calls. you could call by 718-683-5858. What is your Purim theme? What type of Purim you're gonna have? Are you inviting Bachram over? Don't invite any Bachram over. They drink too much. Beryl, that's not nice. Wow. Okay. Well, I have some reporting to do about Jewish music. Ari Goldwag.
About you for you Jewish music, you have here tonight. Report about tonight.
Tonight?
Gedalia music.
Ged-
Is,
Oh, I forgot.
forgot. This is first of all, Jared Radio.
Nissan, what is happening tonight? You know,
Tonight is a
I don't
small-
even know what's
I would
happening
say
tonight.
small concerts here in Jared Radio and Jared Studio.
And
and,
everybody is invited right here.
Yes, correct.
How are you gonna fit everybody in this room?
We we're doing it outside. Bezat Hashem. We'll
All
see
right,
how it's
we're
working.
going to have a big, huge kumzitz, and Gedalia, he's a songwriter, and we unfortunately I don't know his last name, so I can't even tell you his last name. But if you attend, we're located at 1002 Quentin Road, on the 3rd floor, the back office. And any clearer instructions than that?
You have to text us 347-927-8398, 347-927-8398, and you just. And if you want to sing alone, you bring your guitar, you bring your instrument. We can be a great opportunity.
Yeah. So if if you love to sing, this is a great time to come in. And unfortunately, I won't be able to interview you, but later on in Gedalia, this new person, Gedalia, he's going to be able to interview singers as well. So I won't be the only lonely one interviewing singers. I want to say consolation to Yelikar on the loss of his on his loss of the father. Nisa, what did he lose?
No, mother.
He
Sorry,
lost his mother.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We are participating with this morning, and I just came over from Yeshiva,
Yeah.
and
So,
just go.
Right.
You can say to him, if you want to go to the Shiva, it's 1383 Ocean Parkway, 1383 Ocean Parkway. Yolika will gladly see you. over
right. So, yeah, Yelikar was one of our hosts, and he unfortunately doesn't give the show anymore because he got very busy. And
there. And unfortunately, was part of his mother's sickness. Was
Right.
Take care of his parents.
right. And so we pay Karza Taiv, and we appreciated his show. And if you did appreciate his shows, then you can go be Menachem Oval him. He's getting up. What day is he getting up, Nisim?
Monday.
He's getting up Monday morning.
So you're talking about Sunday.
You could go on Sunday, or you
yeah.
could go tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
1383 Ocean Parkway. Anyways, I want to report right here. Ari Goldwag is back with another fun and inspiring video featuring the song Hafachta.
Afachta.
Hafachta. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce it right. It's not in Hebrew.
Afachta. It's turnover.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, and you have Rav Mordechai Gottlieb album Goli V'Yadea, which was released Yiddish Shadars. And the Yiddish Shadars released new single from Moshe and Yomi Rosenbaum. And well, if you want to call in, now is a good time. We are taking your calls right now. Your calls right now for what are you gonna be dressed up like? Are you gonna dress up like a bear, like Beryl is? Oh, I'm not dressing up like a bear. Oh, no, you're not dressing up like a bear. You told me you're dressing up like a bumblebee. So who's dressing up as a bear? Schmolky is. Oh yeah, well I know somebody's gonna be a beekeeper. So if you're gonna be a bee, yeah, I know. Who's being the bee? I don't know. Okay, good. All right. And Nisim, any calls?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
All right.
Yet.
So if
you want to text us also 347-927-8398.
So if you kids call in tonight, we are gonna take your calls tonight on Kishoni Hour. What do you want to be on Purim? And we're looking forward. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get back to the program here. A nice story about.
And you can win a CD. You can win a CD if you want. Just we can have CDs here. You can get.
Right.
If you want to participate in the raffle of CD, just give us a call, and I think okay, we'll make the raffle later.
Right. Okay, thank you, Nisim. Well, a Purim secret. This is the title of this story. Nisan was a very wealthy person who lived in Yargan. What's Yargan? Well, I'm about to say what Yargan is. Yargan is a small town near Pressburg. Where's Pressburg? Well, Pressburg was the capital of the city of Slovakia. Slovakia. That's an interesting place. That was an old timer. Yeah, that was an old time, right? Well, when he was younger, he was a student of the famous Pressburg Yeshiva. How famous was it? I don't know. I wasn't around in those days. Can you get me a time machine? No, I can't get you a time machine. Come on. Hey, Beryl, any more questions? Yeah. Can I read? No, Beryl, you can't read. This is my story and I'm going to say it. Okay, then I'm going to let you say it. Well, he and his wife. Who? What do you mean, who? I just said who. Neeson. Neeson? No, not Neeson. Nissan. Oh, Nissan, the month. Yeah, the month, right. Well, Nissan and his wife were already married for many years, but they didn't have kids yet. Oh, that seems like somebody, some people I know, unfortunately, they don't have kids. Yeah. Well, they should have kids. Bezos Hashem. Well, when finally a son was born in 1823, it was no surprise that he honored his former teacher, the known scholar Chassam Sofer, to perform the bris. But unfortunately, the bris had to be postponed. Why? Because of the weak health of the baby. Well, it wasn't until several weeks later it was announced that it would take place on Misha Nechnas Adar B'Simcha. No, not on Adar, on Purim. Well, that's why it's called a Purim secret. Oh. Well, at the bris, the Chassam Sofer was glowing with happiness. Happy and honor, whether it was the joy of Purim or the happiness for a student or a combination of both. Well, nobody knew. After completing the bris, he dipped his finger into the wine to place it into the baby's mouth. He raised his voice and called out very loudly. The Talmud says, "Nichnas yayin yasasod." When the wine goes out and when the wine comes in, secrets come out. Oh no, that's scary. He's gonna get drunk. Well, can I read the story, Burl? You're almost like Schmelky. Oh, Schmelky's not here this week. I'm taking him over. I thought so. The baby was given an appropriate name for Purim. Baruch Mordechai. Baruch Mordechai, that story seems familiar. It is? Why? Well, I heard for official Shachter say it with Rabbi Yitzi Herbst. Oh, that was a long time ago, probably. Which means, blessed is be Mordechai from the paragraph that says in the Megillah. Well, the child grew. At an early age, he was already an outstanding character and religious observance. He was very firm. However, his ability to understand the Torah was nothing. Zero. Zilch. He didn't seem any different than his age people, kids. But after his bar mitzvah, when he entered the famous Pressburg yeshiva, it was noticeable that he was having major difficulties. Well, in truth, he was very diligent. He would sit. He would be learning day and night. But whenever he was asked to repeat something, he could just sit there and all he said was, nothing. Zero. Well, his sensitive classmates, the classmates liked to make fun of him because he didn't know anything. At least that's what they thought. In reality, well, I'm not giving away the story now. In reality, he did know. Beryl, you read my story. Yeah, I did. Sorry. Okay, well, I'm going to have to say it still, okay? So don't get interrupted with me. You mean I shouldn't interrupt you? Right. Well, once when he left his place for a few minutes, they switched the Gemara to another Gemara. And they left it open at the same page number, the same daf. And he came back to see. He made believe he didn't notice, but really he did notice. But it didn't seem like he noticed. When Baruch Mordechai turned 18, the Chasam Sofer's son, known as the Chasam Sofer, advised Baruch Mordechai's parents to send him to the Eretz Yisrael. Perhaps in Eretz Yisrael, he would become prosperous. He would become a master and scholar. Well, parents decided to do it, and they hoped it would make him a good match. Baruch Mordechai arrived in Yerushalayim with a letter of recommendation from Rav Sharaga Feldheim, Mashgiach of Pressburg, which says that he is truly from davens with great kavanah, desires to learn, and it's very sincere in his learning. Well, one of the leaders of the Yerushalayim community then was Rav Yeshaya Bardaki, and he adopted Baruch Mordechai. This Rav from Yerushalayim adopted Baruch Mordechai, and so fine. He was impressed with this young person, but he could not understand how someone who had done nothing but study Torah have so little. When Baruch Mordechai reached 20, the Rav found a good kala, a simple girl from a good family, who wouldn't mind that her husband was didn't know much. Several years after the wedding, Baruch Mordechai began to work as a water carrier. He was honest, very honest, and as a result, became very popular. Every Rosh Chodesh, he would deliver water to his regular customers for free. He worried that over the course of the month, water might have spilled, so therefore he did every Rosh Chodesh for free. For more than 40 years, Baruch Mordechai was toiled at his profession, was doing his water carrying. The whole time in happy spirit with the gratitude of Hashem, he took special satisfaction from serving the many Torah scholars. He considers this a great merit and refused to accept payment from them. It anguished him that the great scholar Rabbi Yehuda Leib Diskin refused to take water from him. I cannot allow myself to be served by Baruch Mordechai, he would say, but refused to explain his words. On Purim 1893, at the time of a big meal, most of the Hasidim and notables of the old Yerushalayim crowded around. Like every year into the home of Rabbi Shneur Zalman Fradkin of Lublin, the celebrated author of this book, Torah Chesed, the atmosphere was especially happy. Even for a Purim celebration, everyone was constantly erupting into life, singing, all of a sudden, Baruch Mordechai called out, and the host in a loud voice, Rebbe, today is 70 years exactly since my wrist. Everyone smiled, fearing that such an outburst from a simple water carrier could only be a result of all Purim wine he had bid. If so, responded Rav Shneur Zalman, you deserve an extra large measure of l'chaim. Immediately, a large tumbler of special strong wine was there, and Baruch Mordechai drank it. It had an effect. He began to sing and dance. The Chacham's reaction was surprising. He looked up at Baruch Mordechai and said over the crowd, it would be nice if you'd stop fooling around already and honored the Torah with some words and halacha and some learning. Suddenly there was silence. Silence, like right here on radio station. I want to make an announcement. No announcements now. Everybody's invited to call in right now for, we want to know what is your dressing up like. You mean, what is everybody dressing up like? Yeah. We want to know what you're dressing up like. Call in 718-683-5858. And Neesim is going to take your call. I don't think he's going to take anybody's call right now. No, why not? He's busy. Oh, okay. So I'm sorry, everybody. But make sure you call in anyways. Maybe they could call me in, and then maybe we could put them live. So everybody, if you want to call in, you can call in 718-683-5858, and we could put you live. And if Neeson passes the phone over here, I could definitely put them live. Okay. Well, everyone shifted in amused anticipation to the tipsy Baruch Mordechai as he climbed up to stand on the table and began to speak. But then all the grins slowly gave way to wide-eyed stares of astonishment as they penetrated their ears. The water carrier was discoursing enthusiastically on scholarly Purim topics and saying with learned citations from the Talmud, from the Gemara. If the strong wine hadn't finally taken its toll, it seems that he could have continued indefinitely. Even before the Purim was over, the news of the extraordinary scholarship of the water carrier had spread throughout Yerushalayim. The community was in uproar. How had they missed such an opportunity? And how did he remain so hidden for so long? A few of the elders of the community recalled the Chassam Sofer's words. And Nechnas Yayin Yatzasod, wine enters, secrets come out. Yayin spelled Yud Nun has a value of 70, and so does Samach Vav Dalet. So, yeah. And that was the word for secret. And yeah, that was the story. And we are taking your calls right now at 718-683-5858. And if you're not going to call, we're just going to wait for you to call. So please call in at 718-683-5858.
Or text us 347-927-8398.
Yeah,
I know,
Lisa,
I know.
any text?
Yes, I got text, and the text is basically related for tomorrow afternoon. And we have
Oh,
that tonight, and okay, and just I know that we have listeners on here, but sometimes just waiting, anxious to hear
yeah.
from you stories.
Right.
Okay, so
anybody calling in now, you could win a free Shia Rubenstein CD. Shia Rubenstein was nice enough. He dropped off a few of his new CDs. And believe it or not, he will be coming out with a newer CD this coming sometime next year, I believe. That's what he mentioned to me. Yeah, and we are looking forward for taking your calls right here on JRU Radio Kishroni Hour. Well, if you're not calling in, we're gonna go on with another story. Yippee! Oh, come on, Beryl. I really love when people call up. Yeah, well, it gets very boring after a while when they call up. Hey, that's not nice, Beryl. Beryl, by the way, what are you being? I told you already, I'm being a beer. But I thought you were being a bumblebee. Oh, no, I'm not being a bumblebee. Did you notice, Beryl? I'm wearing a tie. Yeah, you never wear a tie, and you're not wearing your hat. Oh, that's right. I'm not wearing my hat. I forgot my hat. Yeah, you forgot your hat. I can't believe I forgot that hat. What does your hat say anyways? Well, it says KHP. KHP, what does it stand for? Well, KHP stands for Kishroni Hour Presentation. Oh, what is that? Well, there's something called graphics. Graphics is a thing that you work on a computer, and it's sometimes some ability that you're able to play around and make some good graphics. Oh, that sounds interesting. But Moshe, can you continue with the story? Oh, all right. We're gonna go to the next story. There's no text for me, no text, no callers for me. So on with our next story. Moshe, it's already 7:28. No, I did not notice it was 7:28, and I did
and
notice.
will be the last show before Purim.
And this will be the last show before Purim, and until April 4th, because after Purim, a week after Purim, I won't be here because I have a wedding. But there will be a
You're
great...
getting ready? You're getting...
I'm not getting married. No, my
No.
brother-in-law Bez Hashem, is getting married in Bez Hashem 2 weeks. And I am very excited, and yeah, so therefore it's an out-of-town wedding, so unfortunately I cannot come in.
You know what? This reminds me that I also...
you had a wedding one day?
Oh, what the date?
I don't remember it. I don't know the Hebrew or English.
English.
The 28th.
Yeah, okay. I have the same. I have a wedding out down also.
Oh, you have a wedding then also?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so great. So we'll both be out of here. So you know what, guys? Whoever's going to be listening on my show on I guess.
Thursday.
To a week after Purim. You know, Nisa, maybe I could come in Purim night.
No problem. You know what? I will let you ask. Kids that want to collect for J Root Radio and get a nice prices from us, if they can go, just give. We will give them the pushka. We'll give them the papers and all this stuff. Can text us, and this will be great.
347-927.
8398.
Or you can call in to find out more info. 718-683-5858.
But the best way is to text us 347-927-8398. Call us, text us, and we will just respond immediately. If you are as the guts and you know, and the the cheshik, the this to
The cheshik.
yeah.
Classic.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
becoming yeshiva,
Okay, yeah. Just
You're becoming more religious.
becoming bringing this. We'll give you the pushka. We'll give you the papers
You
with
know-
all that skamot, with all the rabbi.
You-
We really
you know,
need every
last
penny.
last week I was a little bit. I got to say this. Unfortunately, on the air, I'm going to say this on the air though. Last week I was a little bit meshuggah. I was, I really overdid it. Guys, I was not drunk, but I was very happy because Purim time is very happy
מי
occasion.
שנכנס אדר,
And,
מרבים בשמחה.
We are hoping, as Yidden, as from Yidden, we're all hoping that everybody enjoys a Purim, of course, and that all bad decrees, just like the Megillah, all bad decrees become good. So therefore, I'm always so happy on Reish Nachnas Simcha. And of course, there's a time of year when you're sad. That's going to be later on in the year. I'm going to discuss that and right before the summer. And hopefully right before summer, we are going to talk to a doctor. So, yeah, this is going to be some good shows. And we do have Shlomi Dax coming in a few weeks. Bezos Hashem Yisbarach. And we have maybe Yosef Chaim Bloch. And we have maybe a person who was very good at violin guy, makes violins. I'm going to have to interview him. And he's going to be on Bez Hashem in a few weeks. And all those will be taking place. And of course, we're going to have Shirley Earps, the show guy, the person who does the game show. We're going to have him Bez Hashem after Pesach. So we do have exciting shows for you coming this year still. So you're going to have to all stay tuned. But as of now, we're going to continue this story. Shpola Zaydi's Purim play. Huh? What's the matter, Beryl? Did I say something wrong? No! You just made fun of the Shpola Zayda. I just made fun of the Shpola Zayda. Why? You said he had a Purim play. Oh, no. Beryl, Beryl, how can I explain this? The title of the story is called The Shpola Zayda's Purim play. Oh, okay. Got it now? Yeah. Okay. Well, Beryl, did you bring anybody along today? Yeah. Who did you bring? I bought Shmerl. Shmerl? Shmerl's not supposed to be here. I left him at home. But I bought him in my bag. Oh, Beryl. He can't fit in your bag. You know what? Moshe, how did you bring me? Oh, how did I bring you? I bought you in my bag. You see, you could fit somebody in your bag. All right. Well, Shmerl, how are you doing? I'm good. Good? Just good? Shmerl, what are you being for Purim? I'm being a beehive. A beehive? Oh my goodness. Shmerl, are you feeling okay? A beehive? Yeah, I'm gonna have all the bees buzzing around me. Oh, Shmerl. I don't know. You know what, Shmerl? Don't come near me before Purim because I do not want to get stung by a bee. Well, you do have a beekeeper. Oh, yeah? Who's that? I'm not giving away secrets. Oh, okay, fine. Don't give away secrets. I also know a bee. You do? Oh, I sure hope you know the letter B. No, I know a bee. You know a bee? Who's gonna be? I mean, who's gonna be a bee on Purim? I'm gonna tell you right now. It's not Beryl. No, because Beryl is the beehiver. No, I'm gonna be a beekeeper. Oh, right. I'm sorry. A beekeeper. And Shmerl, you're gonna be a... Well, I'm gonna be a beehive. And who's going to be the bee? Schmalky said he wants to be a bee. Well, good luck to Schmokey. He's right now flying high at home.
He's having a good time there. He's listening to your show.
He really is? He's listening to my show? I can't believe it. Schmelky, you're really listening to my show? My goodness, I'm going to be so happy, Schmelky.
You have one listeners. Wow.
I have one, that's right. I have one listen. Unbelievable.
Wow.
I actually do have thousands of listeners, and I actually have right now on Facebook. I have Kanai I have 3 watching with me.
And beside also the J-Root also.
And also on J-Root, I have how many do I have there?
Secret.
It's a very big secret because I'm afraid to say the amount. But yes, Kinderlich, my shows, these shows that you're hearing tonight on my Facebook page, you can call on, of course, I do put my shows on Pircha Hotline. And, you know, the Pircha Hotline, I want to tell you something.
No, you can't tell anything to anybody right now. You gotta discuss the Sperlim, Zane, this Purim play.
Okay. All right, Schmerl. Right away. Well, so I'll say it right now.
Okay, so continue.
Beryl, you sleeping? Oh, Beryl, you're snoring on the mic. Wake up, Beryl, wake up. You're listening to the story? Yeah, I'm listening to the story. Okay, well, by the way, so you can listen to my shows, my old shows, 718-663-0212. Press 6, then 4. I update it twice a month. Okay, for those who are listening, twice a month. Twice a month, you update it. That's right. Twice a month, I update it. Well, once there was a yid named Mendel, and he came to a tzaddik, Rav Aryeh Leib of Shpola. Oh, where was Shpola? I don't know where that was. Well, he was asking for help. At a glance, the Rebbe could see that he was terribly upset. Rebbe, I don't know what to do, the man said. A year ago, I left my home in Romania to come to Russia. Together with my wife and family, we hope to get a start in life, but we've had no luck. In addition to all the expenses of moving, which I don't know how I'll pay, I have now received papers demanding that I appear in court on charges of stealing money from the government. Believe me, Rebbe, I never touched a penny that wasn't mine in my whole life. I don't know what it's all about, Rebbe. What am I to do? Don't be worried, said Aryeh Leib. Tell me, where is going to take place the court? Here in Russia, Mendel replied. They wanted to take me back to Romania, but the Russian government is protecting me. Good. It's best to be on your own ground. Is there a date for the court? Yes, it's scheduled for this date. Have it changed, the Rebbe said. Do everything in your power to make sure the trial takes place on Purim. Do you have any lawyer? No, Rebbe, not yet. The Rebbe paused for a moment and said, Mendel, I'll make you a deal. I know a certain girl who's going to get married soon. The poor girl is an orphan. No father, no mother. I'm trying to do what I can. She still needs 300 ruble. If you get me the money for her, I will get you a good lawyer. Well, Mendel was so happy. 300 rubles was a lot of money, but Mendel immediately handed the sum. Filled with good hope, he turned to go. Wait, Mendel. How will you know who your lawyer is? Said the Rebbe. Mendel gazed at the Rebbe without speaking. Listen, don't worry. He will meet you in the courtroom on Purim Day. You'll be able to recognize him by his white hat and red gloves. Is that a good enough sign? Mendel smiled gratefully. Thank you, Rebbe. Mendel returned home, and he immediately began carrying out the Rebbe's instructions. He began going to office, court, filing papers, and speaking to officials in order to have the date changed. After he first met with no success, refusing to take no for an answer, kept trying until he succeeded. The trial was set for Purim Day. Well, shortly before the trial, Mendel sent a letter to the Rebbe and closed more money to be distributed to needy. Final day of the trial arrived. In the Shpal Zayda Shul, everyone was in an excited mood for Purim. Following his yearly custom, Rev Aryeh prepared to make his Purim play. He gave instructions to his students and to the people of the town who would be the actors, but no one really knew what the play was about. One of the townspeople was instructed to play the part of a Yid named Mendel. Another was Mendel's old friend who turned against him and was in fact the chief witness for the prosecution. The judge was to be played by the rabbi of the town. The prosecutor, who was trying to prove Mendel's guilt, was told to cover his face with black paint. The Shpoler Zayda himself dressed up as Mendel's lawyer. He put a white scarf around his fur strimal, wore red gloves. The trial began. First, the Chief Justice read the charges. Then, the prosecutor, with black face, tried to tell the court what a terrible person Mendel was, a hardened criminal and thief. However, all the townspeople watching the play kept interrupting him and laughing at everything he said. Next, Mendel's former friend took the stand. He told the court that the true reason Mendel had been moved to Russia was in order to run away from the law. He had found a chest of golden coins belonging to the government, and now he was trying to make off with the money. Then, two witnesses on Mendel's side were called to take the stand. They testified just the opposite. They told the court how they had seen their friend demanding a huge sum of money from Mendel. When Mendel refused to give the money, the friend threatened to make trouble. Finally, Spiller Zayda, dressed up as Mendel's lawyer, made his speech. He showed the whole case was based on a lie made up by this wicked person, by this friend. He proved that there was never a chest of gold. And even if there had been one, Mendel had found it. The Romanian government could not legally claim a penny. Everyone was spellbound and hung on his every word. Well, at last came the verdict from the judge. Remember, boys and girls and the people who are watching, this is all a play. The judge, who was the rabbi of the town, declared Mendel innocent. Mendel's wicked friend was reproached and sent off in shame. The prosecutor with the black face was grabbed and pushed out of court and told to go wash his face. Then the Shpil Zayda and all the followers sat down to their Purim meal. In the middle of rejoicing, a message from the real Mendel arrived. The trial went well. He was free. He would return to Shpil at once. A few days later, Mendel showed up and told everyone about the trial and his wonderful lawyer. People opened their eyes. It was exactly what happened in the Shpil Zayda's Purim play. Mendel could not wait to see the tzaddik. Thank you, Rebbe, he said. You sent an amazing lawyer. Everyone says they had never heard anyone like him before. Most important of all, here I am free. He saved my life. I'm so glad you hear it, said the Rebbe. Do you by any day know who that lawyer was? No, Rebbe. So I'll tell you. He was a holy malach from Hashem, created from the tzedakah you gave. If you are lucky, you're going to see him, may see him again after 120 years, when you're going to be summoned to Hashem's court. And yeah, so Kindalach, that was an unbelievable story about Shpil, the Rebbe's Purim play. And, you know, sometimes a Purim play of what a tzaddik can make could make a Rosham in court. Making a tzaddik making a play could make a significantly thing in court. Anyways, need some any callers?
No, not yet.
Not yet. So, boys and girls, you're still able to call if you're listening. And if you are listening right here on my Facebook page, please let your kids call 718-683-5858 or text in 347-927-8398. And yeah.
If you want to participate with the CD raffle, you just text us.
CD raffle, that's right.
Yeah. And, you know, tonight, Gedalia.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I keep on forgetting. Gedalia is going to be on 8 o'clock tonight.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock tonight. I have it down for 8 o'clock. He wrote it down on Facebook for 8 o'clock. But I have it down for 8 o'clock. So anyways, I keep on saying 8 o'clock, but really it's 9 o'clock. But it doesn't make a difference, does it? Anyways, we're going to tell a story about a grogger. Huh? A grogger? That's right. A grogger. I know the story. Oh, yeah? What's the story? The story is like this. There was one time a grogger and a man loved noise. No, come on. Beryl. Beryl, you know what? That was funny. It was, wasn't it? Yeah, Beryl. You know, Beryl, it was funny. It was really, really funny. And I think it was a good joke. Beryl, but that's not what the story is about. The story is not about a grogger, probably. Let's find out what the story is about. Shall we? Okay, let's do it. Okay, well. Grogger, a Purim story. Since this story is about a Grogger, it's of course a Purim story. One Purim, many, many years ago, a small little town of Vardik in Russia. Everyone was very sad and worried. Instead of looking forward to the holiday, to the Yom Tov Purim, they're afraid that the entire community would be killed. But by the way, you know, right now in New York, unfortunately, I'm going to say it right now on the air. In New York, we do have a issue that the yeshivas, kindle your tefillahs are badly needed. A lot of yeshivas now, the Board of Education commissioner, who I can't even mention the name. I'm just going to mention her as Haman. She wants to do some terrible gezeres, and kindle your tefillahs can uproot that gezeres just like by Mordechai HaTzadik. So, Kindlech, Purim is an excellent time for, as a matter of fact, Purim is like Yom Kippur. As you can hear in Kippur, Yom Kippur, Yom Kippur is like Purim in a way of tefillah. So, Purim also is a way of tefillah, and your tefillahs are accepted immensely on Purim. So, therefore, I'm asking everyone to daven for the whole Klal Yisrael and for all the sick people. And Bez Hashem, we should only hear good news. Anyways, back to the story. It almost seemed like the times of the first Purim. That's how great the danger was. Well, the son of the great powerful Tsar had gone hunting in the woods with a group of friends. What type of friends? I don't know. I wasn't there, Beryl.
Was it the good friends?
I don't know, Shmerl. I wasn't there.
Oh, I think they were bad friends.
Well, maybe they were bad friends. I don't know. I wasn't there. And Beryl, by the way, I like your hat. What hat? You are wearing the KHP hat. I don't believe this, Beryl. I mean, how did you get that hat? I stole it from you. You didn't steal it from me. You now are trying to be me because you usually wear this Purim tie that I'm wearing. Oh, we do have a caller. Or maybe. All right. What are you going to be dressed up like? All right. We do have a caller, and we're going to interrupt the story for this enormous caller.
I'm here.
All right. What do you want to say? What are you going to dress up like?
I don't know.
You don't know what you're going to dress up like? Are you going to dress up like
Do you hear me?
a grogger? Are you going to dress up like Beryl?
I can't even mention the name. I'm just going to mention
Neeson, you got to put him in. He has the radio too loud. Sorry, Mr. Kohler. I didn't hear your name, unfortunately. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, well, I'm going to continue here. And until Neeson tells me when we have a caller. Well, the son of a great powerful Tsar had gone hunting in the woods with a group of friends. And by the way, kids, if you call in, you could be into a raffle with nice prizes. So you can call in right now, 718-683-5858. Just one important announcement. When you call up to the station, please go to a quiet room. I know you love to hear yourself. You'll anyways hear yourself because we're on like literally 3 minutes afterwards. So, right now when you're hearing me on the phone, it's going to be very confusing for me. So, therefore, when you call in, make sure you go to a quiet area. Anyways, all the people were excited to have this distinguished visitor in this midst. They gave him the finest room in the local inn, the finest food and delicious cakes. It's the same color, isn't it, Neeson? Okay, young man, I'm suggesting you to go to your quiet area to a place that's not so noisy because, we would love to hear from you, but we unfortunately can't hear with all the noise in the background. And we would love to hear from you. So please call back when you're in a quiet area. Thank you. Well, all the people were excited to have distinguished visitor in their midst. They gave him the finest room in the local inn, the finest food, and delicious cakes. All right, we do have a caller. Okay, interruption of the story again. All right. All right. What's your first and last name?
Pimple Schmimple.
Brando Schmerl. That's very beautiful. What are you going to be dressed up like for Purim?
On Purim? Well, I usually like to be myself, and I
You
tell
like to be
everybody
yourself.
that
That's
I'm
a
myself.
wonder. You know what? On Purim, I also love to be myself. Unfortunately, on Purim, I'm usually myself, but
Well, somebody told me this year that I should just get a pair of dark glasses, stick it in my pocket, and get a little ID card that says like some random pin number, and I should be undercover agent. If anybody asks.
You know what? That's an excellent idea, and I believe Nisim loves that idea very much.
I think
also
if
what
you
you
put
said
a
about
blanket on your head, you'll be
tefillas,
undercover.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait.
What?
What you said about tefillas, Hashem about the yeshiva crisis.
Yeah.
On Taina Sefta especially, we say Keli Keli Lama Zaftani.
Thanks for that addition.
Wow. Say the capital. So at least you should have in mind over there, like all my Rebbeim used to say, if you have your biggest wish on Taina Sefta, they used to say, they used to say, if anybody has a tillim, I'm stopping now class for 5 minutes. Anybody who has a tillim, I have a couple of tillims, you could pass them around. So you say Kapitel Chav Beis, Keli Keli Lama Zaftani, when you say the Kapitel, have in mind what your biggest wish is.
Wow, thank you so much for that. All right.
I have an idea. Do you want to be a junior reporter? Why, it's a good idea. You sound very, very mature and knows what you're doing.
What do you say, huh? You want to be a junior reporter?
For what?
Well, my show, Kishrani Hour, we used to be, I'm not sure if you remember him. Yosef Light Bornstein used to run the show.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, you remember that. Right, so we are looking for junior reporters, and, I'm thinking maybe you could be a good one because you just gave good report just now, so.
And,
I
could be, I don't mind.
You got to think about that. All right. Continue listening to the show. Okay. Have an enjoyable Purim.
Thank you. Right.
All right. Bye-bye. Anyways, back to the story. The son of the great powerful Tsar had gone hunting in the woods with a group of friends. They had lost their way and by chance arrived in the town of Vardik. All the people were excited. They were all excited to have this person, the Tsar. They brought several doctors with them who immediately began to examine the prince. Each one tried to cure him, but nobody was able to cure him. The prince was moaning and groaning. His face was flushed, and he was burning with high fever. Most of the time he slept. And then one of the ministers said that it was the fault of the Jews that the prince was sick, because they gave him bad food. Well, of course, this was very ridiculous. Accusation like that, but everyone was so worried about the sickness. And they believed, unfortunately, many times in history, when there is many times of trouble, there's evil people place the blame on innocent Yidden. And the Yidden of Vardik were very frightened, for they knew that their lives might be in danger. On the day before Purim, 2 notices were put on trees. They said that if the prince did not recover, all the Yidden would be held responsible. Also, since the prince was very weak, everyone had to be very quiet. But the Megillah had to be read. The Yidden gathered silently in the little shul, right near the inn where the prince lay ill. Everyone in shul was told to sit absolutely still. The Rebbe would read in a soft voice. The children had to be told to leave their groggers at home, for the notice had requested silence. The fathers looked at them very serious, and they all looked very sad. The mothers in the women's section were crying. There was no feeling of Purim in the air. That was for sure. Suddenly, there was an awful noise. The name of Haman had to be read. Beryl, I'm in the middle of reading a story. You can't bang on the table. Sorry, you said the name Haman. I just got excited. Well, okay, I gotta say the name again, okay? Because that's a multiple story. The name of Haman Shmerel. Shmerel, this is not the time to bang. I have a few more minutes, and I gotta finish the story, okay? And Lil Yaakov was swinging his grogger with all his might, happily with a big smile. Everyone became scared. The Rebbe continued reading. People were shaking their heads. They made signs to Yaakov that he has to be quiet. One man wanted to take the grogger away, but Yaakov wouldn't let him. Everyone was afraid that Yaakov would scream and make a lot of noise. So they allowed him to keep it. No one could tell him to stop using the grogger. They were hoping that Yaakov would understand and put the grogger away. The windows to the prince's room were open to let in some fresh air. Gathered around his bed, the ministers, the doctors, there was total silence in the room. The prince was pale and weak. He had no strength. His eyes were closed, and he seemed not even to be breathing. What was that? Who dared to break the rule of silence? All people in the room ran to the window. The next moment, they jumped in fright, for they heard a voice behind them asking for some order. There was the prince, sitting up in bed, wide awake. What a jolly noise! What a nice noise! What is it? Please bring me some water. I have never been so thirsty in my whole life. Hurry, please. I feel so dry. The noise of the grogger woke up the prince. In a few days, he was very well. And the whole company returned in peace to the palace. The Yidden and the town were saved. And they had the happiest Purim day you could ever imagine. So, Kinderlach. Yeah? A barrel. You read the last line. Yaakov was the hero of the day. People hugged him and kissed him. They gave him so much nasharai that he had enough to eat till Pesach. My. But I hope it wasn't nasharai that he had enough to eat, right? Right. Because if he ate too much nash, he's going to have a bellyache. Right. If he has a bellyache, what's going to happen if he has a bellyache?
And a dentist also problem.
Right. That's, you know, I happened to bring Shalach Manas to Neeson today. Did you know that, Beryl? Yeah, it was from me also. And Shmerl, did you know that?
Yeah, Schmelky's the one who made it.
Oh, that's why there was a lot of nash in that. Schmelky, good job, Schmelks. Yeah, Schmelks, you did a wonderful job putting so much nash. So can you believe it, boys and girls? But just by shaking a groggy, you know, kids, I was thinking about this. And, you know, one day we have to record all the and send it to the Board of Education of New York and tell them, you see all this noise? We kids, this is our Torah learning. This noise over here, what you hear with the groggers, what you hear with the banging, that's how our Torah learning sounds. Yes. Anyways, Nisim, you wanted to say something?
Just keep Gregor.
Just keep the grogger. Well, you know, Kinderlach, Purim is a lot of time. You know, it's a lot of stuff to do on Purim. It's a big day. You know, people go collecting. It's a mitzvah to give. It's a mitzvah to go collecting. You know, unfortunately, not so many. A lot of parents do go to work. So you know, so sometimes when your parent is going to tell you on Purim, you know, you can't go with this group or you can't. Don't be upset. You know why? Because your mother and father, they were once kids. And they know from experience that sometimes certain groups are not for you. Or, yeah, and the best idea right now to do, you could text at 347-927-8398 and ask what you could do for J-Root Radio on Purim. Because you know why? In order to continue my program, I'm my Kishroni hour. I mean, I am hoping to expand in other areas, but we're not going to have the name Kishroni hour, and we're going to have the name probably Talent Show. But just remember, boys and girls, yeah, just remember, go collecting for Kishroni hour, and you know, we really do need the money,
And nice prices will be nice price. People,
and of course, if you have extra chametz, Eshel Shabbat is collecting.
Yes. Oh, this I wanted to mention it. Yes.
Eshel Shabbat is collecting all the chametz. So after Purim, if you have no clue what to do with all that bread, all that chametz, all that shalach manas, bring it to Eshel Shabbat. They distribute it to people who need it. And they're located right next to 1002 Quentin Road. You can't miss it. Anyways, This is the Kishroni Hour. I'm Moshe Grunfeld. right here on
Yo,
J
Moshe.
Radio. And the riddle is, when does the Torah permit bringing the bread offering? And the answer will be in the next show. Sponsorship and advertisement is available on my show, 347-927-3279. This has been the Kishoni Hour. Official Schechter follows me. Simcha,
Gedalia,
and the
the
next
concert,
at
just
9 o'clock. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned to the concert, and just we welcome any boys to come here.
Yeah, everybody.
I know that everybody didn't say there, but a lot
Stay
of
tuned. And good luck. Have a wonderful Shabbos.
Anywhere, anytime, for everyone. This is J.